Hello, and thank you for checking out my video today. Today we're going to be covering the VR cover. This is the version 2, and it's made for the Oculus Rift. What's different about this from the original version is the original came with just a fabric cover that went over the stock interface, if you want to call it that. The part that sits up against your face is just a fabric thing that slides over the foam there and the plastic and protects your face against, other people's sweat or whatever. These things work great. They're only about $19. Today I'm covering a kit that's a little more in depth and it's a little more expensive, but in my opinion, well worth the money, especially if you're demoing the kit for somebody or someone in your house is sweaty. I had my brother and his kids over here right after Christmas and playing with VR, and after people were done using it, it was very gross. So it was easy for me to take this off, throw it in the wash, and put on an extra one that was provided in the kit. So they did, get shipped with 2 of them, and the same with the one that I'm going to be showing you today. So let's get into it. So I've covered in the past. This one is for the Rift. It's just the fabric cover. Then we have the actual plastic leather cover that goes on the Vive. And in my opinion, that one's one of the nicer ones. It's one of the more comfortable ones. As you can see there, it's memory foam and it peels off. It's just Velcro holding it onto the headset, just like the factory one did. In my opinion, this is the most comfortable one that I've had. Now, I do have to say, the more plush they are, the farther your face actually sits away from the headset, the narrow of the field of view you're going to get. So, basically what you want is try to find a compromise from the best of between both worlds. You want your face to be as close to the lenses as possible because that's going to give you a wider field of view, but you also need it to be comfortable so that it's not putting pressure points on certain parts of your head, the bridge down here, where it can be uncomfortable after a while. So this one does a fairly good job of that. It pushes off my face about the same distance as the factory one would have, but it's much more comfortable. Nice thing about these is they're cleanable. You can always take a wipe or a damp cloth or a paper towel or something like that, wipe off the sweat, and then hand it to the next person. So these things are not machine washable, and you really have to be careful when pulling them off and peeling them off, and I'll go over that with the one for the updated one for the Rift. So let's get into it. So I sent away for this. Now this particular one took a little while to get here. I do want to warn you about that. I guess it just depends on where their stock is at the time. It took about a month for me to get it. Now I contacted VR Cover and asked them about it, and they basically told me just depends on where their stock is and when you order it. They do try to keep stuff in the States, but this particular one was shipped from either Thailand or Germany. I really was a little confused about where it came from, but it took about 4 weeks to get here. So something to keep in mind. Try to plan ahead if you are going to be ordering one of these. These other kits just took days to get here, so I imagine these would have been in stock in the States. I'm talking 3 days or so for them to come. Nice thing with this kit here is once they introduced it, there was a free shipping option for it, and I think that was for a limited time, but I'm not sure. I will post a direct link to VR Cover if you guys do want to buy these. It does help me out in trying to get sponsored by them, so it would help me out if you guys would just click the link and if you do like them and buy them from there. So let's get into it here. So this comes in a cardboard box, nothing special, nothing to write home about. Basically, you lift the lid open. First things first, it gives you a warning label, and if you watched my other ones on the Vive, I had this issue where if you're not very careful and pulling it from the actual Velcro part of the headset cover, you can actually rip the covering off of it that sits up against your face and actually expose the foam. if that happens, you're going to need to get a new one. So be very careful of that. I'm sure they had problems, and this is the reason why they are printing up a paper and telling you specifically, do not pull from the leather part that's on the outside that's up against your face. You need to pull from the more durable Velcro piece. So that's basically instructions on how to install it, which I will show you. So after we get that out, we fold the sides back. You can see you get an extra cover here, and it is memory foam. Feels really nice. The back side of it's Velcro, and it even has a little VR cover tab on there, which I kind of like. It's a nice touch. But it's pretty comfortable. It's thin, you know, there's not a lot of padding there. It's not like the Vive where it feels much more plush and softer, but it's a step up from what actually comes with the Vive. The Vive, or the Rift, the cover that comes on it from the factory is doesn't leave much to be desired. It's foam. There's like a suede type feel, you know, material there. But I did notice after long play sessions that this did put, there's pressure spots on my forehead that actually was uncomfortable, and I kept having to adjust the headset and, you know, so that it wasn't hurting my forehead in certain spots. So I will say I've been using this new kit for about a month, and I like it a lot. It's a lot better. Now, I understand that there is different thickness of padding. I would probably recommend going with the thicker padding. It's going to be a little more comfortable, and it's going to distribute the weight of the headset more evenly across your entire face and cause less pressure point problems. Now, that's not to say that I had issues with this, but I just like having both headsets. I like the way the Vive feels better than the way the Rift does. So, all right, so pull this out. This is just an empty box then. Set that aside. I want to pull this out of here. Two nice things about this is they gave me an updated fabric cover. Like, this is the version 1 cover that came for the Rift early on, and it has like a little piece at the bottom here that kind of just, you know, sits right at the bottom of the nose piece there. That was a little annoying. I had to bend it over the flap here to keep it from, you know, getting in the way of the bridge of my nose. So they do give you an updated version here that actually has strapping on it, so it stays on the headset a whole lot better. And as you can see, they cut the part that would go over the bridge of your nose. So if you can see here the difference between the two, I'll insert a close-up there for you guys. But you can see the difference of the two. This one has the bridge in it. This one does not. But the nice thing about this one is that it has the elastic straps on it that actually wrap around the top here and allow it to snap in so that it's not falling off or sliding around or anything like that. So it's a bit more comfortable. So this is the new plastic piece. They do look very similar. Rift had released the 3D schematics in case people wanted to make these for modifying them or whatever. I do know from their website that VR Cover does offer a kit that is a little more, has more depth to it. So people that wear glasses, that was one of the things about the Rift, is that they were not as glasses friendly as the Vive is. So they do offer 2 kits, one that gives you a deeper inside there so you can fit your glasses on. But one word of caution with that is the farther away that it's, you know, the headset lenses are away from your eyes, the narrower of the field of view that you're going to have. So, you know, just keep that in mind when ordering. But this is the plastic with the actual VR cover, I guess, hygiene, you know, interface. And it basically just peels off, and just like on the Vive, there's Velcro there, and this just, you know, sticks to it like that. So you basically, again, make sure that you're pulling from the actual Velcro. Do not pinch this and pull it, or you will rip it. And I don't think that they're going to be given exchanges or refunds for people that are, you know, carelessly changing these and ripping them due to, you know, pulling them off. The Velcro that it sticks to is pretty, you know, it's pretty good Velcro, so just be very careful when pulling these things off and changing them. Although I don't know too many situations where you would actually need to remove this and put the other one on unless you damage it or do something to it that would call for it to be changed. Because again, it's like a plastic material, it's cleanable, so you really shouldn't have to remove it. Quickly, to put the fabric cover on, which I recommend, I like it, it adds a little bit more padding, plus this thing is washable, so again, if you get it all sweated up or dirty, you can just throw it in the washer. So basically, to install it, you just want to, sit the top piece on the top there, and I kind of just like pulling the sides kind of tight. Now there is flaps that they built into it, and you can see them right there. They just kind of fold over like that, and that's it. They're done. So you want to do that to both sides here. And like that. And then you want to take the elastic, the little straps, and you just want to fold that one over. And then there's one on the bottom here, and you just want to put that around the top there, just like that. You're done. That's it. Nothing else to worry about. And all you need to do from there is take your headset, and you just put it inside there, and it lines up very, very easily. There's a notch in the top here, this wide notch. It fits into a female portion of that's in there, and it just snaps into place. That's it. You are done. And you're ready to go into VR. So it's pretty easy to work with. And yeah, that's it. That's what you get. I believe these are around $50, I want to say, for these kits. Again, it comes with the plastic interface that has Velcro on it, and then 2 pads. And by feeling the 2 pads, I'm pretty sure they're the same thickness, but this one almost feels a little bit thicker than the other. So I know they offer 2 options. One has multiple different pads on it, and it also comes with the fabric, and one's a little cheaper. I think it has, you can just pick the thinner of the 2 options, or the thicker if you'd like. So yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions or concerns about anything, let me know down below. I answer, pretty much every one of your guys' questions if you do have any. And yeah, good luck. Enjoy the Rift. In my opinion, it's the more comfortable of the 2 headsets. It's lighter weight. It fits on my face a little bit better. And now with this, that just ups the comfort factor even more, because this is a lot more, comfortable than the one that came factory with the Rift. So there you go, guys. Again, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I'm trying to post more VR relevant videos, and also tech reviews and just rants and different things that I see as I get into this stuff a little more. So thanks a lot for watching, and have a nice day.